This 45 minutes will help you how to crack the ethics and essay, and in this particular video I am going to explain about our ethics program as well as how to prepare for ethics, essay as well as international relations. And our program, which is a combo of ethics, essay and international relations, we decided to provide you governance classes also free. So in this you are going to have 4 classes. One is ethics, essay, international relation live classes. Governance of Anubhav Saransh sir, very famous faculties classes also will be provided to you. So stay tuned for another 45 minutes, you will enjoy the video. We are going to have a very good session on ethics. See, we will be studying more about polity, economy, history, geography, and we forget about ethics. But one thing we have to remember, that ethics is also carrying 250 marks. The 250 marks paper is being neglected like anything, like a step son, it has been neglected. So again it's a time. Why? Because from January onwards you people will be shifting to prelims examination, prelims fever will be there. So in this December month, if you complete your ethics paper, then you will get enormous confidence. So this complete December month, from December 6th onwards to December 31st, if you properly work out on ethics, then you will get a bombarding confidence. So for that, how our strategy should be, how we should prepare. I will be explaining the PYQs themes also. I will be explaining how to make the diagrams also, how to make some thematic things so that you can remember also. I will be explaining in this particular session. So understanding the importance of ethics in UPSC means, yes, yada raja tada praja. How the raja will be there, in the same format the praja will be there, we all know this. So the Raja is going to be the IAS officer, the Raja is going to be the IPS officer. If the Raja is ethically poor, Raja is thief. If Raja is a robber, if the Raja is a womanizer, if a Raja is a person who consumes the liquor, if the Raja is a person who participates in the gambling, 100% the society will be the same. Yada Raja tada praja. In this particular context, we should remember that the Raja is going to be the IAS officer, the Raja is going to be the IPS officer or IAS officer or IRS officer. So if the Praja should be good, if the Praja need to be best, then compulsory the district collector or the district SP should be the perfect man. The UPSC understood that. The reasoning I am telling you. The UPSC understood that till 2014, there was only subject knowledge, wisdom was being promoted. The subject information, the knowledge information was being explained, but they didn't tested whether this person is having ethics or not. This person is obedient or not. This person is humble or not. That particular context was being not understood. That particular issue was being not discussed, and in 2014, a very big reforms came because of second Administrative Reforms Commission recommendations, and the first and the foremost recommendation was to add the GS2 papers. When I was writing, GS2 papers were been there, the 2 papers were been reduced, or the 2 papers were been reduced or enhanced, were been submerged and combined together and been made as 4 papers, GS1, GS2, GS3 and GS4. And one exclusive paper was being allocated to ethics. Why? Because this Yada Raja Tada Praja, this Raja is missing ethics. So UPSC want to add ethics as a subject. How moral science is present in our school education, similarly ethics education should be present in the subject papers. For that purpose, this understanding or the ethics paper was been made inevitable. I will be discussing the syllabus also. I will be discussing how you should follow also. I will be discussing the PYQ thematic papers also, how we should make the themes. Also, I will be explaining in this another 40 to 45 minutes. So, role of ethics in public administration. You know, public administration was one of the most important subject, you know, and when I was preparing, 2 optionals were been there. One is one is public administration, other is anthropology. So as my optional is public administration, as I did my LLB and LLM, you can understand that this particular strategy session I am qualified enough to teach or explain. So I cleared, I gave you the clean sheet, I gave you the information also. Yes, I am qualified, as my optional was public administration. As you know that I went to interview also 3 times. My mark sheet are there in the social media. So public administration I got a very good marks, but more marks I got in anthropology optional. Public administration is also one of the basic foundation. Public administration, yes, public administration have a very good role in ethics paper. So in public administration, ethics ensures that Government actions are transparent. Government actions should be transparent. Government should be transparent, accountable and responsible. Who is government, sir? Government is two. Government is two. One is permanent government, other is temporary government, or in our language it is called as permanent executive or temporary executive. The temporary executives are the government, who is called as Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister. We will talk from central government point of view. Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister is called as the temporary executive, powerful executive. Under him, to do the works, to do the daily activities, a responsible person, a knowledgeable person is required. So they recruited permanent executive, who are called as steel frame of the country, called as civil servants. So public administration means who is going to do the administration on day-to-day activities. Administration means who is going to be in action on day-to-day activities. So on day-to-day, daily activities, who is going to be in action is civil servants. So that civil servants should be accountable and transparent. Whether that civil servants are accountable or transparent, they are accountable and transparent or not, the UPSC want to test. So in public administration, being accountable, being transparent, being objectivity, being rational, being scientific is very, very important. It helps to create a culture of integrity, which is essential for good governance. By following ethical principles, civil servants can better serve the community and uphold democratic values. In order to uphold the democratic values, in order to uphold the constitutional objectivities, in order to uphold the constitution in letter and spirit, compulsory there is a requirement of an officer who is ethically strong. So in order to inculcate this ethics, in order to put it in a pressurized way, at least ethics into the officers, they came up with GS4, which is called as ethics paper. So before that, yes, marks are very important. So how to write an answer also I will be telling. Tips for effective answer writing also I will be explaining later. But before that, I will be discussing, first you make, while you are making your notes for ethics paper, don't make notes of paragraphs. Don't make notes of huge content, huge theory, like this you make. So civil services values means what? Integrity, neutrality, professional competency, leadership, objectivity, commitment of public services, empathy, whether these all are there or not. Like this you make a tree diagram. Who are the stakeholders in it? Employee is a stakeholder for the government. CEO, government, local families, investors and shareholders, public at large, local families who are working there because of this particular company or government, how they are going to impact. Like this you make stakeholders. For every topic which you are going to make, for ethics paper, exclusively make such diagrams. These diagrams will be impactful, will generate marks for you, and will also make you to remember also. In this way, you have to make your notes. It is there in the UPSC syllabus. Essence, determinants and consequences of ethics in human actions. Means first you have to understand what is ethics. What is the essence of ethics? What are the determinants, factors of ethics? And what will be the consequence of having good ethics? Ethics enduku? Ethics ela generate avutundi? Ethics unte consequence ela untundi? Simple. True. Dimensions of ethics, various dimensions of ethics. How many dimensions of ethics are there? Societal ethics are there, professional ethics are there, individual ethics are there, community ethics are there, population ethics are there. Ethics in private, ethics in public also. Ethics in private, family ethics. Husband should follow ethics, wife should follow ethics, son should follow ethics, daughter should follow ethics, daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, son-in-law, sister-in-law, everyone should follow ethics. That ethics is called as private. Ethics in public, that you know. Being in a district collector, being in a district SP, there is a need to follow the ethics. So ethics are again public oriented, ethics again in private orientation. Public orientation क्या है? Public orientation क्या है? And private orientation क्या है? Lessons from the lives and teachings of great leaders, reformers and administrators. Lessons. For example, one example I will tell you, which is my favorite example, but which is understand positively. Don't take it negatively. If anyone asks me, B.R. Ambedkar great or Abraham Lincoln great, or B.R. Ambedkar great or Raja Ram Mohan Rai great, Undoubtedly, I will tell that it is Abraham Lincoln. It is Raja Ram Mohan Rai. Why, sir? I will tell you. Ambedkar suffered. Ambedkar know the pain. Ambedkar had felt the untouchability. So he suffered. He know the pain. So he fought. Abraham Lincoln, he is not a black man. He is a white man. He don't know the pain. He didn't experience the sufferings. He didn't know the grief of sorrow. But he fought for blacks. That is called as compassion. If I have the pain, obviously I will fight. But I don't have the pain. I don't have the suffering. But still I fought for the people who suffered. Abraham Lincoln. Raja Ram Mohan Rai. Raja Ram Mohan Rai is a man, male, who don't know the problems which are faced by the female. He is an upper caste, he is Jamindar. He don't know the problems of a lower caste, but fought for women, fought for lower caste. He didn't experience it, he didn't know the problem, but still, that is called as compassion. What we are learning, and accordingly we have to bring their examples and we have to write the answer. For that purpose, we need to know the lives and teachings of great leaders. We should know the lives and teachings of reformers. We should know the lives and teachings of administrators. We have so many administrators. We can learn from Durga Nagpal, new latest administrators, not Pooja Kadekar. Role of family, role of society, and role of educational institutions in inculcating values. Family. Father is bringing huge money. Mother is enjoying with the money which has been brought by the father. And the child also doesn't know from where this money is coming, and the child is also enjoying. Once the child asked, "Sir, mother, from where the father is getting this much of money?" Hey, you simply enjoy, why you want all these things? Then the child will think that, oh, we can earn anyway the money, or 50 rupees fallen down. And the child took it, showed to the father, "Daddy, this 50 rupees is there. That person fallen this 50 rupees, can I give him?" If father tells that, no, keep in your pocket, finish. Role of family, there is a very big role of family. Very big role of society, dowry system. Dowry, who taught us? Society taught us. Patriarchy, who taught us? Society taught us. Yes, that is also ethics. Educational institutions, whatever it is, you have to get the rank. Whatever may be the means, end is final. Mahatma Gandhi discussed about the means and ends. Occasionally we have to bring this. Mahatma Gandhi discussed about means and ends. Means is important, not the end. Do your duty ethically. Don't worry about your end. But what today's educational institutions are talking about, whatever the means, the end is important. That is the reason question papers are getting leaked with example. So the role of family, the role of society, the role of educational institutions with examples, the role of reformers, the role of administrators, the role of great leaders. First unit. Students will not read this, will not complete this. By December 31st, everyone should complete their ethics who are planning for 2025. Attitude. What is attitude? Attitude is predisposition. A predisposition of character means fixed. My attitude is fixed. Attitude means we will think that ego. No, attitude is not ego. Attitude is a predisposition towards a person, towards a community, towards a religion, towards a caste, towards a person, towards an event. అంటే ఫిక్స్డ్ అనమాట, ఇలానే ఉంటాను నేను అంటే ఆ ఈవెంట్కి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఐ హ్యాడ్ ఎ బ్యాడ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ విత్ ఆటో డ్రైవర్, దెన్ ఐ విల్ డెవలప్ మై యాటిట్యూడ్ టువర్డ్స్ ఆటో డ్రైవర్స్. These all auto drivers are like this. That is called as attitude. Minorities. I had a bad experience with minorities. Then what I will do? I will develop a attitude towards the minorities. They might be good also, but still he will develop. That is called as attitude. If a civil servant is having a attitude, a predisposition, whether it is dangerous or not, 100% dangerous. It's a prejudice, having a prejudgment. Content of attitude, structure of attitude, how the attitude develops, functions of attitude, what functions attitude does, positives and negatives, its influence and relations with thought and behavior. Obviously, my thought and my behavior will be according to attitude, no? Moral and political attitudes, social influence and persuasion. If I am having attitude, I will also try to influence other people. That is called as persuasion. Persuasion means making other people to listen to me. Hitler, I have an attitude towards Jewish people. I not only followed this, I made my German people, means Hitler, he made his German people to follow that Jewish, we should kill them. Jewish are against Aryans. Jewish are taking our jobs. So attitude is very dangerous. Attitude is not only personal, if it leads to persuasion, other people attitude also we can change, like how Hitler did. Like how Hitler did. Like how Mussolini did. Mussolini, Italy also did the same. Attitude, the second unit. UPSC know this. UPSC knows specifically attitude is very important. So how we are developing this attitude? Third, aptitude. Aptitude means knowledge. Attitude means superposition. People will get confused. Aptitude means knowledge. IQ, knowledge, wisdom, studies is called as aptitude. Aptitude is also very important. When you are reading one paragraph which is an official order from the central government and you are a district collector, when you are reading, you should be in a position to decode it. You should be in a position to understand it. That understanding will happen if there is aptitude. Foundational values for civil service: integrity, impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity, dedication to public service, empathy, tolerance, compassion towards the weaker sections. In this way, you will be having aptitude and foundational values of civil services. Third unit. Fourth unit, most important. People nowadays, they are lacking this. Emotional intelligence. Suddenly they will get angry and suddenly they will tell sorry. Suddenly they will fight. Suddenly they will fall on legs. అందితే జుట్టు అందకపోతే కాళ్ళు. అదే ఎమోషనల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్. ఎమోషనల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ ఏం లేదు, అందితే కాళ్ళు అందకపోతే జుట్టు. అలా ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళకి ఎమోషనల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ లేనట్టు. ఎవరి దగ్గర అయితే ఉందో వాళ్ళు ఇలాంటి పనులు చేయరు అన్నట్టు. దట్స్ ఇట్. ఎమోషనల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్. ఎమోషనల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్. వాట్ ఈజ్ ఎమోషనల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్? వాట్ ఆర్ దర్ యూటిలిటీస్? Application in administration and governance. What is required? One person will come, he will tell that I am from this association, caste association. Chalo, keep signature. Hey, who are you? I am MLA man. Madi MLA garu taluku. Sandakam pedtava leda? Yeah, nu enter, finish. There is a huge conflict. Then a civil servant should have what? Emotional intelligence. A civil servant without an emotional intelligence is like having the knowledge without how to apply. Having the knowledge with how we cannot apply. Emotional intelligence. Contributions of moral thinkers and philosophers from India and the world. Contributions of moral thinkers. Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, Jacques Derrida, so many people. What are their contributions? What are their thought process? What they contributed? Aristotle, 4 virtues will be there, which is called as cardinal virtues of Aristotle. What are the 4 cardinal virtues? Contributions of moral thinkers and philosophers. We have philosophies. How many philosophies we have in Hinduism? Tell me. Mimamsa, Purva Mimamsa, Yoga. 6 philosophies we have. From that 6 philosophies itself, we can write a very good answer. From India and the world. Buddhism is a philosophy. Jainism is a philosophy. Confucianism is a philosophy. Jainism of Jewish people is a philosophy. What are their contributions? What they told? Contributions of moral thinkers. Public civil service values and ethics in public administration. Public or civil service values and ethics in public administration. Number 1, status and problems. What is the status of civil servants? What are the problems of civil servants? Tell me, what are the problems of civil servants?
Political pressure.
Very good. Political pressure. Very good answer. Political pressure. Second problem?
Corruption.
Corruption. 100%. Corruption.
Ethical dilemma.
Ethical dilemma. How to solve the ethical dilemma? For example, I will tell you who is the recent CGA? Sanjeev Khanna. First case. In his first case, from where he came, from his native place, a case came. Voluntarily he withdrawn from the case because he don't want to face any dilemma. That is the greatness of our CGA. Now you see, Joe Biden, before completion of his tenure, his son was in a conspiracy of buying a rifle without license. He was being sued and was being filed with criminal charges. President, just before completion of his tenure, using his discretionary power, he removed all the cases on him. Complete violation of rule of law. No ethics. That is the reason Joe Biden lost the elections of president. What are the problems of civil servants? Ethical concerns and dilemmas in government and private institutions. Ethical dilemma will not only be in government, it will also be in private institutions also. And per se, if I tell, more ethical dilemmas will be in private institution. Why? Because only one person will be on the top. Whereas lot of people will be there. Finally, he is a human being. He cannot take care about the empire, what is happening around. So 4 or 5 people will be more trusted people. In that, one person is also corrupted. Finish. It is not only the money, the system will collapse. But that is not the case with government. Why? Because in government there will be procedure. In government there will be rule of law, mainly procedure. Everything will go according to the procedure. So where there is chance of more ethical concerns in government or private? Both same only. But I want to tell that in private institution also there is ethical concerns. Satyam Computers, why it failed? Classic example. 2006, 2007 was a ruling empire. The India was proud of Satyam Computers. 2008 it collapsed like anything. Complete empire of Satyam Ramalinga Raju. Ethical concerns in private institution. Those many profits were not there. But they showed in books by which they lifted the prices in the stock market. People like us started buying, oh, Satyam Computers is growing. But in reality, it is not growing. The bubble will grow and one day will burst. The bubble bursted. Prices fallen down. I bought it for 1,000 rupees, one stock. Now it fallen to 10 rupees. Like that I bought 100. 100 into 1,000, 1 lakh. Now 100 into 10, 1,000. My investment was how much? 1 lakh. How much return I am getting now? 1,000. How much lost? 99,000. How many people? Lakhs of people. Stocks means everyone will buy now. Harshad Mehta, 1992, private institution. It's a law brokerage. It's a stock brokerage. Conscience as source of ethical guidance. What is the biggest conscience according to Mahatma Gandhi? Conscience. You follow your conscience, not rule of law, not constitution also. The biggest constitution is conscience. Who told? Mahatma Gandhi told. Like this we have to bring the thinkers, we have to bring the reformers, we have to bring the administrators, we have to bring the great leaders. Accountability and ethical governance. Strengthening of ethical and moral values in governance. Ethical issues in international relations also. For example, Russia bombed Ukraine. What Ukraine did? I am an independent country, I am a sovereign country, I want to join NATO. No. Once upon a time you are part of USSR, you are not allowed to join NATO. But I am a sovereign country, I have all my rights, I can make my own decision. No, whatever it may be, but you should not join NATO. It is complete violation of sovereignty or not? That is the reason for the war between Ukraine and Russia. Ethical issues in international relations and Funding. Corporate governance. Now everything is corporates nowadays. If corporates collapse, then the country will collapse 100%. Why? Because we are no more socialist country, we are capitalist country. We are communist country, we were socialist country, but after 1992 we shifted from socialism to capitalism. And today it is not only capitalism, it is also corporatism. If the corporate should run properly, what should run properly? Corporate governance should run properly. What is corporate governance, sir? Sahara India Parivar. Once upon a time, 10 lakh company it was. 10 lakh crore. 10 lakh crore company it was. Sahara Parivar. For all, Byju's, India's ambassador, collapsed. Why? Because of lack of corporate governance. It collapsed or not, but nearly 10,000 people lost their employment. 10,000 people lost their, then economy is getting impacted. 10,000 people lost employment means economy is getting impacted or not? Obviously, economy is getting impacted means India is getting impacted. The taxpayers are reducing. The tax pay amount is reducing. Public civil services values. First we have to, for every statement this is, you need to have proper content with examples. Probity in governance. What is probity, sir? There are three things are there: honesty, integrity, probity, and fortitude. Honesty, being honest, is called as honesty. Integrity, when no one is seeing also, if you are being honest, is called as integrity. That is the difference. Fortitude, if you be honest, you are going to suffer. If you are going to be honest, if you are honest, then you are going to be suffered. But still you are honest. It is called as fortitude. Babu, నువ్వు హానెస్ట్ ఉన్నావు అనుకోని నేను డిమోట్ చేస్తానన్నా కూడా హానెస్ట్గా ఉన్నాడు అనుకోండి, దాన్ని ఫార్టిట్యూడ్. హీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి హార్మ్డ్ ఇఫ్ హీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి హానెస్ట్, బట్ స్టిల్ హీ ఈస్ బీయింగ్ హానెస్ట్. ఇస్ కాల్డ్ as fortitude. Probity, whatever may be the consequence, I am going to be with honesty. Unbothering, unwavering attitude of consequence, but still being honest is called as probity. So that probity should be where? Governance. Concept of public service. Philosophical basis of governance and probity. Philosophical basis, what Kautilya told. Kautilya's governance, Kautilya's philosophy. What Mughal administration's philosophy? Centralization. What is Chola administration? They have their own philosophy. Information sharing and transparency in government. Right to information. Codes of ethics. There is a Civil Services Code of 1964. If any officer follow the Code of Civil Services 1964, he no need to worry for anyone. He can be completely clean sheet. Your constitution is Civil Services Code 1964. Code of ethics, codes of conduct, citizen charters, work culture, quality of service delivery, utilization of public funds, challenges of corruptions. One topic is one question. How you write is important. In this process, compulsory you have to make such diagrams. Like, these are the topics I am going to cover in my answer. These are all the stakeholders of this particular issue. When you make such diagrams, when you make such flowcharts, then it will help you. Topic 1, ethics and human interface, attitude, aptitude, emotional intelligence, contributions of moral thinkers, public or civil services values, probity in governance, and last, take any case study. For example, Lakshmi, the former IAS officer who was arrested, who got rank, I think 8th rank she got somewhere in 1986, like that. She was arrested in Andhra Pradesh when YSR Rajshekar Reddy was the government. She was the secretary to the Ministry of Mines. She was arrested for 3 years. She told very blatantly, she told, I won't sign the mining lease to Gali Janardhan Reddy of Karnataka, Mines. Ballari Babu, Gali Janardhan Reddy. She blatantly rejected. Then YS Rajshekar Reddy forced her to sign. She forced it. Then who is suffering? Who suffered? Lakshmi suffered. Sri Lakshmi her name is. Then what you will do in this situation? Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy, charismatic leader, the powerful leader, he told you to sign. But he is not signing. Why? Because according to rule of law, who should sign? IAS officer should only sign. He will tell only oral guidance he will give. If you don't sign, he will get Y.S.R. Rajshekar Reddy is getting angry means a very big thing. Then what you will do? చెప్పండి ఏం చేస్తారు? నేను వైఎస్ రాజశేఖర రెడ్డి, మీరు శ్రీలక్ష్మి. So this case studies, we think that the case studies some in books they write or they imagine it. No, the real case studies are really happened. Durga Nag Tejpal, Uttar Pradesh, she had been very strict against sand mining when Samajwadi Party was in power in Uttar Pradesh. She was being demoted. Ashok Kemka, you know better. Ashok Kemka, nearly 52 times he got transfer. Then what you will do in this particular situation? If you are there, yes, I want to know. I gave you, Sri Lakshmi, I am Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy, I am telling you to keep signature. You will keep or not? Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy is telling. You don't worry, I am there, no. She thought he will be there, but he died. Now he died, 2009. But she is alive now. She is suffering now. What you will do in this situation? Case studies. How we should write, there will be a structure for it. So in this way, you have to prepare for your ethics, but I will give you some templates. 2023, understand, I will take one and I will try to explain you how the questions are, how your preparation should be. What do you understand by moral integrity and professional efficiency? It's a fixed template. If you follow this, you will get marks, that's it. In the context of corporate governance, means corporate governance also want moral integrity, corporate governance also want professional efficiency. Illustrate with suitable example. So clearly what you have to write about? Moral integrity. You have to write about what? Professional efficiency. This both you have to link to what? Corporate governance. So first, introduction should be with corporate governance. What is corporate governance? Second paragraph, what is moral integrity? Third paragraph, what is professional efficiency? Fourth paragraph, side heading, moral integrity and professional efficiency is inevitable in corporate governance. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when I am explaining you theoretically, you will understand. When I give you proper example or just I explain? Example. So he asked to illustrate with example. So for every statement which you are giving, you have to add example. That is the structure, template fixed for every ethics questions. First, what are the words which they asked? Regarding what? Regarding what should be the introduction? Introduction is nothing but what is the word which is there in the question should be repeated in the introduction. Corporate governance, moral integrity and professional ethics. And second paragraph, as I told you, with examples. What are examples? We will understand later, subject. This is a template. If you want answer, then see, body, these all things come together, point wise you write, then conclusion, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, etc. Probity in governance. You are working as an executive in a nationalized bank for several years. One day, one of your close colleagues tells you that her father is suffering from heart disease and needs surgery immediately to survive. She also tells you that she has no insurance and the operation will cost about 10 lakhs. You are also aware of the fact that her husband is no more and that she is from a lower middle class family. You are empathetic about her situation, however, apart from expressing your sympathy, you do not have resources to help her. అయ్యో పాపం అనంత వరకే కానీ నీ దగ్గర అంత డబ్బు లేదు హెల్ప్ చేయడానికి, మరి ఏం చేస్తాం? A few weeks later, you ask her about the well-being of her father and she informs you about this successful surgery and that he is recovering. She then confides in you that the bank manager was kind enough to facilitate the release of 10 lakhs from a dormant account of someone. Some accounts will be dormant. Sometimes we only sometimes forget about a bank account. We forget that we have our parents or old people. They don't know that one bank account is there. Some point of time they deposited the amount. Dormant means which is inactive. From that account he took 10 lakhs and he paid for the hospital expenditure of his colleague. So father has been recovered, whether it is a good or bad. From a dormant account of someone to pay for the operation with a promise that it should be confidential and be repaid at the earliest. She has already started paying it back and will continue to do so until it has been returned. If she paid also, what are the ethical issues involved? Evaluate the behavior of the bank manager. How would you react to the situation? What you will do if you are a bank manager? What would you do if your father is suffering with heart disease? How we should write answer is very important. 20 marker question. It is not that we don't know answer, we know answer. How we write, how we express. Template. Identify the ethical dilemmas, identify the stakeholders, and now evaluate options, propose ethical solutions. First, what confidentiality versus compassion, headings should be there. Fiduciary duty, social responsibility, suitable solution, way forward. See, these all things we have to put in our case study. We will take some toppers copy and what toppers wrote, we will try to copy the same. We have to evolve. Evolution is a norm of the universe. When you evolve and when you add new content, you will get 1 mark extra. Already topper used it and he became topper. And if you do the same, then how you will become topper? Why? Because it's already used template, used theory. So next, if you want to become topper, you have to add 1 more to it, which is called as add-ons. Then only you will become topper. The big problem what the today is feeling or understanding is following the toppers. They already became the topper. If you want to become the topper, you have to add 1 more. Already the strategy has been used, so he or she became topper. Now if you want to become topper, you want to copy it or you want to add 1 more. What does the quotation convey to you in the present context? The simplest acts of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Manava seve, Madhava seve. Meaning is that how you write, understood the Gandhi's word, essence, empathy, moral leadership, social cohesion, public service, healthcare, where all we can do. Kailash Satyarthi example, Sudha Murthy example, Verghese Kurian example, emotional intelligence question, template. What really matters for success? What really matters for success? Character, happiness and lifelong achievements is a definite set of emotional skills. Your emotional quotient, not just purely cognitive abilities that are measured by conventional IQ tests. So today the world is not for IQ, the today world is for EQ. So EQ and IQ is a rare combination. When EQ and IQ is a rare combination, when these both are present, then the person is going to perform. So today it's not only about emotional intelligence, it's also about emotional intelligence plus social intelligence plus intelligent quotient. 3 things: emotional intelligence, social intelligence and IQ. It's how I am, emotional intelligence means how I am controlling myself. Social intelligence means how I am able to control others. A mob is there, you are IPS officer. Hindu-Muslim dangal is happening. Then how you will stop them? That is the reason you are being tagged as IPS officer. Emotional intelligence means you can control only yourself. IQ means intelligent quotient means you are intelligent. But your duty is not only you, your duty is under you nearly 1 lakh people, district people are there. Then you should also have the skill to control 1 lakh people. For that what you need to have? Social intelligence. So it was earlier only intelligent quotient. Then it is intelligent quotient plus emotional intelligence. Now it is what? Intelligence quotient plus emotional intelligence plus social intelligence. Then you will be named as successful civil servant. Then you will be called as a reformer. Then you will be called as an administrator. Then you will be called as an influencer. IAS officer is no less than an influencer, IAS officer is no less than influencer. because he is having IQ, he is having EI, he is having SI. IQ plus EI plus SI is equal to civil servant. So, importance of emotional intelligence, cognitive abilities, but however there is something called as social intelligence we have to add. The growing recognition of EQ's role in leadership effectiveness amidst global challenges like the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, COVID-19 pandemic came, all are worried. Then how you are being emotionally intelligent as an officer, as an individual. So, for all these things we are coming up, which is called as exclusive essay ethics plus IR for mains 2025 and 2026. And in this, basically what we are going to do is from Monday onwards the ethics classes is going to start, for which we have the schedule also. The schedule starts like this: lecture 1 ethics terminology with examples, lecture 2 ethics terminologies with example. Terminologies are most important, people will not understand that. Lecture 3 ethics dilemma and terminology, lecture 4 essence of ethics in human action, lecture 5 great personalities and their contribution, lecture 6 world personalities and their contribution, 7 world personalities and their contributions, 8 Indian philosophers, 9 Indian philosophers, 10 civil services values, 11 values of public administration, second administrative reforms. Then you will have a test 1, which is concepts from lecture 1 to 13. The lecture 14 you will be having ethical concerns and dilemmas in private and public. Then 17 ethics in administration, ethics in international relations, aptitude and foundational values, ethics issues in relation to social issues. For example, encounter is happening. People appreciated, yeah, great. You people are doing great job, you are killing, you are doing encounter. Why? Because people's demand, and the small children started giving flowers to the police officers who did encounter. How many we saw? Then if they are doing encounter, then why the judiciary, why constitution, why rule of law? Is a very big ethical issue. If you are ready to kill, then you are ready for encounter. Why all these things? Ethical issues in relation to social issues. Ethical issues in relation to social issues, class 2, part 2. Corporate governance, emotional intelligence, concept of public service, philosophical basis, role of family, corruption related issues. Case studies class 1, case studies class 2, case studies 3, case studies 4, and 30 lectures. Obviously, you will be having 60 hours of classes, complete ethics, and this is test 3, and full length test you will be having with respect to ethics. Then in this program you will be also having exclusive essay, whereby insights of writing best essay, we will focus more on philosophical essay, you will have a test on philosophical essay, live test. Then rights issues essay, like right to food, social problems essay, science and technology essays, and contemporary essays. On that you will be having an essay. Then international relations essay, like what is happening around, and IR essays, live essay writing practice. So this will be overall 15 will be there, 15 sessions will be there of your essays. And IR, if you want, IR also part of it, like overall it is going to be IR, 20 sessions will be there. In this way, from Monday onwards, we are going to start